Greetings, YouTube, and welcome back to the 4,000 Question Challenge, and we are on episode 258. There's only one question on this page. What would it take for you to give up all your worldly possessions? A catastrophic fire, because I can't see myself doing it for any other reason. I like my stuff. I do. I'm getting better at getting rid of things. I am, believe it or not, but I am, and I'm getting better at not accumulating as much stuff. I have, at the time of this filming, I haven't stepped inside a thrift shop in almost 2 months. So, there you go. And now we have a selection of questions that the lead-in is, what was the worst? And then follow-up sections. This is going to be a painful section, I foresee. Okay, so what was the worst storm you have ever been in? Probably the snowstorm of 78. What was the worst behavior you have ever witnessed? I was raised by an alcoholic drunk. The stories are legion. What was the worst crime against humanity? Social conservatism. The ideology of social conservatism is the greatest danger that has ever been posed to the human species. Flat out. Because it is the basis for all the other bits of hatred. All of them. What was the worst thing about a sibling ever did to you? Convinced my mother that I wasn't a person that I wasn't. What was the worst party you have ever attended? I've been in some boring ass parties, but I don't know if that's anything. That's, you just leave. But like worst, like nobody died at any party I've ever been at. There have been people that have been injured, and people have gotten seriously over-medicated in one variety or another. But no ODs and no deaths. So I don't think any of them fell into the category of worst. What was the worst political crime you know of? Oh, I'm sure that we will never fully understand all of the things that the Shitgrid Gibbons administration has done, because I am convinced that his is the most corrupt administration in history. Prior to that would have been W's. Prior to that would have been Reagan's. Prior to that probably would have been Grant's, maybe? What was the worst travel experience you had? I drove in July in a plastic-seated station wagon with my family from New Hampshire to Florida and back. What was the worst disappointment in your life? That I didn't get the parents I deserved. And lastly, what was the worst food you ever ate? Worst food I ever ate. I've eaten foods that have made me ill. I've eaten foods that were just terrible, like they just tasted bad. After my mother's separation from my father, she essentially had to learn how to cook, because my father did all the cooking. My father's a really, really good cook. Even when he was an alcoholic, he was a good cook. When he was drinking. She made some dishes after the separation because she didn't know how to cook, and she was trying to figure it out. And she has since improved herself considerably. That really did border on like cruel and inhuman punishment. Yeah, they did. Okay, so this has been episode 258 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. Thank you for being here. I hope you will be here for episode 259.